welcome to a new reaction stream. I just got off a bit ago from the 4 or so hour live stream on leg.gg that I should probably get an edit, but I saw ShoeOnHead post about this new video, and the one crazy clip was enough to be like, yep, we're doing it. We are doing it. So, without much further ado,
your eggs are drying up.
oh my god, that is what you start off with. Chat, we are off to a great start. Oh my lord.
If you're a woman online, you have probably heard that many times.
You can see by the model, and you can hear in the voice, I'm a guy. But yeah, I've heard stuff about that, even in real life. I've also heard kind of similar stuff for the guys as well. Yeah, you're getting old. That's something I've had, yeah.
Perhaps this image haunts you at night. It is a true fact that women's fertility begins to decline at age 30, and they suddenly wake up and get what we call baby fever. But what about the men? Do their sperms rot? Do their balls shrivel up into little raisins and die? Do
Judging by the man, I'd say so.
they wake up one day and get baby fever? Do men have a biological clock in the same way women do?
So, personally speaking, I've always wanted to be a father. I can't speak for all guys, but my parents can probably tell you that I must have been in kindergarten when we were hanging up ornaments on the tree. Forget the day, forget the age, whatever. But I was like, I'm gonna have a really long white beard, and I want to grow it out, and want to make it all white, and I want to dye it green, and I want all my kids to hang ornaments on my beard. At the time, I had no idea that perhaps some of those ornaments might have a bit of an issue in bed, and not just for myself. But I was a child. Bed stuff never occurred to me. But my parents looked at me and said, no, you're not going to want to do that. Legit, like, if I ever had the ability to grow a beard, which unfortunately my genes are not going to let me, it would be fun to just do for one year, just to be like, I did what I said I'd do as a kid. And here you go. But yeah, even as a little kid, I wanted to be a dad. From being a kid to even now, like I look at this stuff and I'm like, yep. Unfortunately, in order to be a dad, you need to have game and get a girl. I mean, you need to get a wife to be a dad, at least in my belief system that I've been very rigidly brought up in. And when you have the when you in order to have the wife, you need to have a girlfriend. In order to have a girlfriend, you need to have a girl in your life, and in order for that girl to get interested in you, you need to have game. I neither have girls in my life, at least not available ones that would be interested in me to begin with, nor do I have game. So even though I want to be a dad, even though I've had that dream since literally childhood, yeah, it's never gonna happen. But oh well. I mean, at least I got Pragmata to be a daddy simulator. Oh my god, this is unhinged. Okay. Anyways,
I've briefly joked about this in videos before. In fact, a clip of mine from a video I did a few months ago actually went viral recently thanks to the VTuber Smuggalana.
Ah, yes, the male biological clock.
Oh.
It's not physical, but spiritual.
Men will deny this, but they absolutely have a biological clock. It may not hit in your teens or your 20s, but one day you're going to have a dream. You have a little daughter making you pancakes with your wife in the morning, and you're not going to be able to get it out of your head.
Oh my
and
god.
And the comments were full of men discussing their dreams to start a family.
Smuggalana. I love Smuggalana. Her stuff is just Like, and of course, now happens to be the time that uh, allergy meds. Gotta make sure your body doesn't completely screw you over in the morning. And I just realized my water is out. Sorry, I had to fill my water bottle with leftist tears, if you catch my drift. Let's get on with this.
There is not much discussion about men's desire to have children. Like many things, it's not really something they talk about publicly.
Hi, does this mean I'm not a guy?
That was until a certain video game came out.
What are you?
I am DI03367, a state-of-the-art pragmatic created here at the Cradle.
I love the voice actor. Like, the voice acting, sorry. The voice actress, now this... I don't know if she was gonna touch on this, but, oh my god. People completely flipped out. The left completely flipped out when they found out that this girl, Diana, had been voiced by a black woman. Oh no! A black woman playing a white girl? The travesty! Oh, we must have perfectly. And I'm just sitting here and I'm like, she pulls the job off perfectly fine. She sounds absolutely adorable. She fits the part. What the fuck is wrong with you? That you have to be all virtue signaling about, oh, it's not the right racial categorization, and yet you guys blame us for being racists. Make it make sense, people. Please, I beg of you.
I possess basic life-saving...
How about we call you Diana?
Diana?
Pragmata is a sci-fi action game where you play as astronaut Hugh Williams, who is sent to investigate an abandoned moon base.
I just gotta say, Diana, just sorry, I had to get the whole squeal thing out of my system. I'm sorry, it's just she's so cute.
He meets a childlike android named Diana, and they team up to survive and escape the space station. Along the way, they uncover what went wrong and defeat the bad guys, all while forming a strong emotional bond.
I'm counting on you, kiddo.
But it seems to have awakened something deep within gamers, especially male gamers. The urge to get married and have kids. I'm not planning on getting married and having kids, but damn, this game is like fatherhood calling to me. Is this how women feel about their biological clocks? This game makes me want a daughter. What is this feeling inside me? It can't be. It's like, I want to protect. It's like, I want to be a dad. They won me over. The white baby makes me feel paternal. I will burn anyone and anything that tries to harm her. This game is dragging out the innate dad instinct. I want to like Pragmata, but I can't, knowing that men are also enjoying it. This is a game for incels. Babe, wake up! It's time for your yearly gamer culture war slap!
Those last two are just like, I want to enjoy this game for the game, but knowing that men are enjoying it, oh, that is just too much for me. Oh, this game is for incels. Like, okay? Isn't the whole point of that to get people to like get better at being people so they're no longer incels? And then once they're no longer incels, they can have the kids? I mean, if they have the kids, they're no longer incels. I swear to God, these people are just so stupid.
It's 2014 forever, man. We are never going to escape Mr. Gamergate's wild ride. In this video, we are going to discuss the facts and theories behind the so-called male biological clock, after we discuss the drama surrounding the game Pragmata, and how a bunch of men expressing a simple, wholesome desire, the desire to start a family, has turned into yet another culture war. Yet another
Yay.
gender war. The gender war. Men versus women, women versus men. The man
I kind of feel like that. Like not just feel like it. I mean, one day I was literally like just talking with one of my coworkers, and she's kind of a higher up. She's like, "Yeah, kill all men," and like I was like, I'm right here." She's like, whatever. We don't really need you." And I'm like, stats show," and she's like, stats show that women are actually better." And I'm like, "No." From the stats I've seen, like engineers are primarily guys, the construction workers, a lot of the brute force things that I don't know, guys are kind of designed for. The kind of jobs that require you to take heavy hits and get back up. Those are kind of the jobs that guys are designed for. Uh, Sorry to all the feminists out there, but there are some things that guys are gonna do better than you. Like they're I mean, for one thing, their backs are straight. They're designed to be straight. The spines are straight up and down. Another thing, they don't have to worry most of the time about giant flesh bags on their chests when they're lying down. They can lie face flat, chest flat upon the ground. And for another thing, they never have to worry about the pain of shoving another one of their species out through between their legs. So yeah, there are the things that guys don't have to worry about. So why don't you just let the guys do what they're good at? Hello? Hello, am I speaking to an empty room? Oh, all the feminist leftists left. What a surprise.
male loneliness epidemic, the female loneliness epidemic, dealing with dating apps, hookup culture. Do men like curvy or thin women? Do women like dad bods or fit men? Do they like beards or clean shaven? Oh yeah, that reminds me. Before we get deeper into this video, let's quickly give a shout out to today's sponsor, Henson Shaving.
I Okay, so editor, flip this around in its mirror image. Oh wait, I don't have an editor. I forget. Like I guess she has it reversed or something. But yeah, here's the ad spot.
For the last few decades, razors haven't been designed to work better. They've been designed to be marketed better. More features, more gimmicks, more blades. Just add one more
Let me
blade,
guess,
bro.
it's a bot.
One more blade, I promise, bro. One more blade. While skin irritation is just treated like something you just have to deal with. And a major cause for irritation is blade flex.
I should say, the times that I've shaved, it's not been all that bad, to be honest. It's kind of like I mean, I don't really I don't really shave all that often, but oh, okay. But when I do shave, it's like just a small amount. It's not even all that much. And it's kind of just whatever. So I just need to check on the chat, see what the bot said. Or if it's a bot. Come on, load. Yes, phone. I expect you to. Oh, it was Pramit. Hi, Pramit. Yeah, I'm doing a react to ShoeOnHead. The male protector fantasy. Is it involuntarily celibate to want to be a father? Oh, yes. The great question we all ask.
because most razors use springs to let the blades move as you shave.
Yeah, by the way, we're in an ad segment apparently, so, just bear with me here.
That helps them adapt to like different angles, but also causes extra tugging and razor burn. Most people just learn to cope with like aftershave and cold water, fixing the symptoms instead of the cause. The question nobody asks is, should the blade even move? And here's where Henson Shaving comes in. By fully supporting a two-sided blade all across its length, they hold the blade in place, preventing any bouncing or skipping, resulting in an irritation-free shave. No springs, no movement, no need to compensate with pressure. And there's something really satisfying about that. Not just getting a better shave, but finally fixing something that's been quietly annoying you for years. Like when you spend months wondering why you don't feel rested even after you get 8 hours sleep, and then you realize, oh, I need a new mattress. You don't need more aftershave, you need a new razor. And since I switched to Henson, I noticed that my shaves have been smoother than ever. No tugging, no cuts. The best part is, once you invest in a Henson razor, it is a lifetime purchase. The only thing you need to replace are the blades, which cost just 10 cents each. So once you own the razor, you'll only be spending like $3 to $5 per year. Henson offers a variety of different colors. I have the rose gold. I think it's so cute. So if you're tired of razor burn, a skin irritation, and overpaying for replacement blades, Henson Shaving is definitely worth checking out. Just head over to hensonshaving.com/shoe and add both a Henson razor and 100 blades to your cart. Then enter code SHOE at checkout to get the blades for free with your purchase. Big thanks to Henson for sponsoring this video, and thank you, the viewer, for not skipping the ad.
Well, since I'm kind of doing a reaction stream, sorry, sure, I kind of wanted to, but it would have kind of been a little disingenuous. Anyways, so, on the topic of razors, I barely shave at all. It's not like I have much to shave, and what little it is, like, if I do shave, then I look like I have a baby face, and seeing as I also have pretty long hair makes me look a little more feminine than I would like to, especially with the unman constantly making homosexual slurs and obscenities at me anyways. It's like, let's at least make it less obvious that I could potentially look feminine. Let's make my masculinity more obvious, I guess. Anyways.
Right? Now, let's get back
Yes, I did. Okay, Shu, I was just saying, I did it.
to the video. Throughout history, there have been countless stories centered around a very specific dynamic: the adult protector and a child. You see it everywhere. In video games, they call it a dad simulator. The Walking Dead, The Last of Us, God of War, Detroit Become Human, BioShock, Life is Strange.
Wait, BioShock 2? I didn't know that. And Life is Strange too.
Also movies like Logan, True Grit, in a way, Monsters Inc., shows like The Mandalorian, literature has done it forever with The Road, Les Miserables, and many, many others. It shows up time and time again because it taps into something deeply human. The instinct to protect, to guide, to teach, to nurture something more vulnerable than yourself. It is
AKA to be a parent.
It's a beautiful and powerful story that has been told for centuries. And you're like really weird and an incel for enjoying it, actually. Incel game. If you buy this game, I'm gonna assume you are a pedophile.
Pedophile is what it was saying, because clearly these people have the most sane of mentalities. Right, Unman? I just don't get these people sometimes.
I feel like it's a breach of ethics at this point to design child characters for an audience of majority male gamers. Like,
wait, what? A breach of ethics to design child characters? Okay, I want to know, does this person have an OnlyFans? Because more likely than not, they either A, have an OnlyFans, B, never had a dad, or more likely, C, both.
Gamers. Like, let's stop with the defenseless girl the big strong man has to protect.
The girl is the one who's constantly helping protect the guy, too. Like, he's covering the actual physical stuff. She's helping him hack into the stuff. Like, this reeks of sexism and of control? Huh? Are these people out of their fucking minds? I mean, of course, the leftists, they've never been in their friggin' minds. Well, that is to say, I don't even think they have minds at this point. It's all just propaganda that's been shoved up their arse. And it's legitimately like it's laughable to the extreme, especially when they're like, "Oh yes, because of the propaganda, I believe this belief statement that I stand so firmly on. It is true." I mean, come on.
This reeks of sexism and control. I hate these father simulator games. They always give me the creeps. This is low Kirkenuanly fascist propaganda and gives me pedo vibes.
Fascist propaganda. There's this quote. I do not remember who it was. Actually, I need to look that up. Ah, according to this, yada yada yada. Let's see, what does it say here? Hmm. Oh, that's who it was. Let's see what Reddit has to say. This is unhinged here. Ah, yes, they don't call you a Nazi because you're being a Nazi. They call you a Nazi to justify killing you. Or updated autopsy. Yeah. Everyone I don't like is the emotional child's guide to political discussion. A little golden book. Okay, that was all just a side tangent, but it's like, okay, you're calling it fascist because you don't like it. And so you're justifying not liking it by calling it fascist. Make that make sense. And then, of course, you have to throw in the whole pedo thing. And yes, YouTube's gonna demonetize me and strike me and beat my ass because of it. But they'll have to get in line. The man wants to do it first.
Wouldn't it be cool if I sneezed right now? Fascist propaganda. If this is fascist propaganda, slap me and call me Adolf. Zoomer women really look at a wholesome game involving a child and wait, what the f is low Kirkenuanly? After
I have seen that before.
hearing about toxic masculinity for the past like 15 years now, finally a topic comes up where it's overwhelmingly positive masculinity. And what is the response? I think the funniest thing about the pragmata controversy is that those incels genuinely think they could ever get near enough to a woman to impregnate one. It's not nuanced. Pragmata is blatant pedophilia catered to male gooner gamers. Why are people thinking this is sexual or makes you a pedophile? Because men are notorious for being peds and disgusting humans? They sexualize everything? You are not very smart.
Yeah, check for a father figure, check for an OnlyFans, my point still stands.
A lot of loser males who often turn to gaming are pedos. It is an unconscious strategy to avoid competing with chat, as well as complementing their own pure adjourniness.
It's, whose brain? Puer aeternus. Basically, this means eternal boy, stalled development. Again, puer aeternus. OnlyFans, father figure, check this person. Also check if they're public school, because clearly they were, if they actually thought that this and this were, like, actually important. I swear to God, these people are so
Stalled
stupid.
development. What? Y'all are full of shit talking about dad instincts and whatever. We know why the f you want.
Why are they talking about being... It's the same thing with the unman. Like, dude is constantly talking about my dongle, shall we say, and is, like, repeatedly making references to it. Repeatedly making references to, like, sexuality and whatnot, usually an offensive homosexual slur kind of way. And it's like, oh, yeah, the flag. They put the trans flag in their bio. Yeah, I'm not surprised. But it's like, you immediately assume pedophilia. Like, that's the first thing you think of. I mean, I also saw someone bring up that, oh, you should only be, like, wanting to be a dad to someone who's biologically yours. Well, I can tell you right now that my dad adopted all 5 of us. Hello? What, is adoption now pedophilia? Is having a child somehow pedophilia? Like, when is it gonna stop? What, do you want them to always be... Do you want all men to just abandon you? Because if you want that, you could always just leave. Like, you genuinely. Like, to all the... To the crazy feminists that may or may not be hate watching this or something. Like, if you really, really, really hate men, you can always just leave. But I know for a fact that guys are not just gonna pack their bags and just up and leave just because you want them to, unless you beat them up a bunch. In which case, other guys are gonna come in and be like, WTF are you doing? It's like, the immediate assumption being that they want to engage in a sexual act towards a minor. That's the only reason that they want to play this game, is genuinely unhinged. Like, mental hospital unhinged.
Want to play the game? You want to crack the little blonde bimbo slut. What? This character design creeps me out. Why does she look like a doll?
Because she's a frickin' android?
Why is this blonde child with a blowout running around barefoot?
Because she's a frickin' robot? I mean, it's a child. Children run around barefoot. I know my sister would run around barefoot when she was a child. I know me and my bros would run around barefoot. These people who designed the game, more likely than not, include fathers. Who knew?
I've not yet played the game. Is this expanded on in the plot, or is this just eye candy for creeps?
I notice how the left is always like focusing in and dialing in on the creep factor, on the pedophilia factor, and all these other things. Like, oh, you're a creep, you're a pedo, you're a wah 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 wah. And the right is just like, oh, this adorable little girl, I want to protect her with my life. Again, protection is not the same as sexual like the act of protection is not the same as the act of sex. They are very two different parts of of the human brain. You want to protect someone you love, sure, but that doesn't mean you want to go into the same bed as them with the clothes off, okay? Some people are just so stupid. And some people, I think, are just trying to be... Oh, I should point out, they locked replies. After 489 replies, they locked it. Why am I not surprised? Oh my god.
I feel like I'm going insane. She just looks like a cute kid to me. Like, that is just literally a cute little kid. I do not see the sexualization, and I am a huge pervert, mind you. I do not see what the f these people are talking about. Are there creepy people on the internet who are sexualizing Diana? Yes, absolutely yes. It is a small minority, but it is still disgusting. In fact, a subreddit had to be shut down because people were making not safe for work art of this child, which honestly is not shocking. It's Reddit. That's not the game's fault. The game has
You stop it and like, it's not surprising. It's Reddit. Oh my lord. Oh yeah, I need to do a full screen again.
nothing creepy in it. These creepy people will always exist, unfortunately. I have made several videos about these people existing. People getting mad here are not getting mad at the people sexualizing Diana. That would be completely understandable. It would make sense if they were going to the accounts that were doing that and calling them creeps, but no, they're for some reason just getting mad at people liking and enjoying the game.
Yeah, this is like, I'm glad that the people who made Pragmata made the game, because you have the Twitter police absolutely losing their shit over this, and they're screaming and railing, oh, you're a pedophile because you like the fact that there is an adorable little child character in a story. Yes, you evil one. You not see that we must hunt down and exterminate as you are. And everyone else who actually has their brain intact is like, no, we just love the fact that we can protect a little girl, okay? Let us protect the little girl. Let us be a dad for once, please. No, you must first subscribe to my OnlyFans. Because I never had a father figure in my own life to tell me what was right and wrong. Okay, my throat is shot. I need to take a quick drink.
They're just spurging out and randomly calling everyone and anyone incels. Why did they make her look like a porn star, though?
Father figure, OnlyFans. Again, check for those two.
Why is the child sexy? Are you okay? These Twitter freaks see a child, immediately sexualize them, and think everyone else is as creepy as they are. Like,
that's exactly what I was saying.
No, bitch, that's you. And Reddit. You and Reddit. There is nothing in this video game that caters to the freaks except for the fact that Diana is a child. Compare that to, like, Cuties, where there were up-closes of real children twerking. That is media. That is
Yeah, like there's a whole thing. I think Sneeko, yeah. Sneeko was like supporting cuties, and Penguin Zero was like, no, this is disgusting of you. And then Sneeko starts escalating, and then he's like, watch my clips, and he's like holding up mags. And then the most legendary clip on the internet, in my opinion, Penguin Zero just is like in his bathroom casually. You, you absolute fucking moron. These are not clips. These are mags. And just breaks out casually in his nightrobe. A giant ass semi-auto, I believe it was, just breaks out this big gun. And he's just casually handling it like, dude, you want to show your pistol? I got more. Okay, but yeah, like cuties, like I'm not gonna be touching that thing unless like even if I got paid to, just because like it is so. Who expected Charlie to have a semi-auto? But yeah, like cuties was definitely a pedophilic piece of media. Like it was intended as such. But Pragmata is definitely not. It's supposed to be. It's supposed to basically give guys baby fever, and it's working. It's genuinely working.
catering to those people. An article recently came out from the outlet The Gamer that in the beginning talks about what happened on the Reddit and how
I have not heard a lot of good stuff about the gamer. Maybe that's just me though.
disgusting some people are being towards the character Diana. Okay, fair enough, I agree. But then towards the end, the author throws in something very telling.
I have not yet played Pragmata, and that's because I'm a little tapped out on stories where men adopt daughter-like figures and prove their masculinity by protecting them.
Check for a father figure. Maybe also check for an OnlyFans, but definitely check for a father figure. Because it does not sound like this person had one.
That is their real problem. Men protecting people. That's just them proving their masculinity. And as we all know, masculinity bad.
Blatantly not fuel, whether you agree with it or not. The average attraction trope on a little girl, blonde, blue eyes. I mean, the whole game is low-key Nazi propaganda, to be fair.
Where were the swastikas? Where were the Third Reich? Like, where were the Eagles? Where was where was the anti-Semitism in the game? Like, I haven't played it. I don't have the money to play it, but like, where is the Nazi propaganda? Or is it just a delusion? Maybe it's just a delusion that you're like trying to come up with to justify your hatred of this when you could just say fuck men. I mean, at least my coworker was honest. She was like, fuck all men. We don't need them. Granted, she was delusional and kind of insensitive, but at least she was honest about it. These people are like, they're like, hey, yeah, fuck all men, but we also kind of need guys. And it's just so dumb.
I think the men who play this are probably creepy, but how is it Nazi propaganda?
Exactly.
Blonde, blue-eyed toddler and tiaras-looking white girl you have to save is literally Nazi propaganda straight out of the 1930s, dude.
No. The character is just... My RNG on people is bad? What do you mean by that? What do you mean by that? What do you possibly be meaning? Explain yourself, Praebit. IRL? How so? The fact that I have never had a girlfriend, or some other thing that you might not be willing to say at the moment. Nah. What, you just gonna drop that on me and not expect me to push on it? Oh, the coworker. Yeah, yeah. I mean, she's a single mother, so I mean, either the guy ditched her, or like it could have been either the guy ditched her, or it was um, like a hookup culture thing, where of course the guys involved in hookup culture aren't exactly the kind of guys you want to be hooking up with. Yeah, the roommate. Yeah, the unman. Whenever I refer to the unman, that's who I'm referring to. But anyway, so like blonde, blue-eyed toddler in tiaras looking white girl you have to save. I don't think these people have ever actually seen Nazi propaganda because it would turn their sensitive stomachs. And if they actually like listened to it and like studied what they believed, I think it would also start pricking a little at their sensitive skin, because more likely than not, they are the ones believing the actual Nazi style propaganda. Sure, some of the details have changed, but a lot of the beliefs that the Nazis espoused are very like leftist coded. But of course, because of the whole like homosexuality is bad thing, like that, like they harp on that. They're like, oh, because the right wing doesn't like it, and there's some fringe people on there, like it completely justifies the overwhelmingly large, disgusting section of the internet that it's like, oh yeah, fuck all men, fuck the right wing, fuck everyone except for the people that bow the knee and place themselves to be our footstools. But no, it's not propaganda. It's a character. And maybe they just made the character because they liked the character design. Come on.
Sorry, I don't see it. Ugh, I really don't have the energy to deal with this. Just use your brain.
Says the person who doesn't seem to even have one to begin with. Can we get a CAT scan on this person as well?
Sorry, I don't have the energy to explain my schizophrenic paranoid delusion. Good. I don't have the energy to listen to it. Listen, I know we're all used to seeing gay, black, Hispanic, disabled furries in media lately, but I promise you, white people still exist. It's not Nazi propaganda.
I feel like this girl character is an
Yeah.
objectification of the idealized child. She's pulled right from the patriarchal white supremacist imagination, the perfect pure white girl child that must be protected so she can produce the next white generation.
Oh yeah, this clip. Unsolicited opinions from online prostitutes. This is the clip that got me wanting to watch the video and do a reaction stream on it. Like this. I'm gonna have to do this all over again. Like.
She's pulled right from the patriarchal white supremacist imagination, the perfect pure white girl child that must be protected so she can produce the next white generation.
And then. She doesn't even say.
Anyway,
Funny how y'all have
She just has that prop and then just puts it in there. She doesn't even speak until she's like, anyways. It's so funny. And then it's like, funny how y'all only have paternal instinct for a child with a model woman's place plastered on it. Make her look like an actual kid with missing teeth, short hair, pear face, snot, and see if those instincts kick in the same. And I'm like, this girl's genuinely cute too. But like, this kid kind of like, maybe it's the same design. This one looks almost a little younger. I don't know. But who am I to say? She's still cute.
maternal instincts for a child with a model woman's face plastered on it, make her look like an actual kid with missing teeth, short hair, bare face, snot, and see if those instincts kick in the same. This
Where's the snot? And also, I'm 99% sure they made this with AI.
game is openly catering to pedos. The gaslighting is over.
Wait, I'm trying to follow the logic here. Let me just give myself some brain damage.
Again, this is why I love ShoeOnHead's videos. Oh my god. He's got perfect humor. This is too good.
So we make her look more like a child in order to not cater to pedophiles? Am I following that correctly?
Also, the face on the left is like a child 6 to 7 years old, and the one on the right is like a 3-year-old. Diana's a robot kid. She's not a robot toddler. Also, again, she looks like a kid. Am I going insane? Like, that looks just like a little kid. Do they just want her to look ugly? Is that what this is? They want her to be ugly? Like, I need more brain damage. Hold on. Weeb incel gamers LARPing saying, ooh, I want to be a dad now, because they're manipulative, creepy freaks and like the ooh little girl with the model face, especially the lolicons, obviously. Devs know the male gamers hate a realistic or ugly child because that's not what they're playing for. If they made her look like a realistic, ugly child, none of them would be saying this.
I was a realistic, ugly child, and my dad still loved me. Hello? I was a kid who, like any of these leftists would probably have put an axe to. Like, they would have been like, just throw the body out in the wayside, because we ain't dealing with this shit. And my dad was still like, nope, I'm gonna stick with this kid. Granted, he was like, I am sick of you at the age of 19 or so. Like, he was just fucking fed up with me. But, I mean, he lasted 16 years, 16, 17-ish years. There's a 1 in front of those numbers. Don't you dare put it in there. But you have that. And it's like, yes. I mean, I was hideous when I was a kid. All of us were. And yet my dad was still like, yup, these are my children. And I am proud of them. I'm still ugly. I'm still shit ugly. But my parents still at least tolerate me when I've come over and visited a couple times. I mean, is it so wrong to be ugly? Is it so wrong to not have a perfect face? Or are you just wishing more? I don't know. Like, are you completely unhinged?
First of all, why are they acting like it's realistic to portray children as ugly and disgusting? Children are not ugly and disgusting. Like, they're cute and adorable. That's what they're known for. Like,
Yeah, hello. It's kind of by design because you kind of want to be able to have that adorable little baby that you want to protect. Because if you didn't, you would have killed the child by then because of all the crying.
yes, she's made to look cute. Yes. That's how you know this game was not made by Western video game developers. That's how you know there was no Liliths on the dev team here.
You guys would lose your shit while playing BioShock. Actually, BioShock is a really good example of this design working right. The little sisters are all gross and have gray-green skin.
What?
No, you don't understand. Everything around me must be ugly as or I will furiously start masturbating. This all sounds like
That was another part of the clip that I was like, yup.
2014 discourse, because it is 2014 discourse. Please don't let there be Gamergate 2.0. Who's going to be the ShoeOnHead 2.0 to emerge from the Gamergate 2.0? If she's listening now, this might sound very vague, but don't That thing? Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it.
Hugh, thanks for talking to me all the time. Ta-da!
Is this supposed to be when we first boarded the tram?
Uh-huh. I drew it.
I do wonder whether they actually had a child draw that. That would have been even cuter.
It's for you.
Look at that.
I mean, again, people are like, "Oh yeah, it's an AI art," but it was physically made. Like in the story, it was physically made, and by a child android. Like it was designed to be all cutesy. And maybe, sure, maybe the whole thing was like making us like AI art, but in this case, it's genuinely cute. It's not like Uncanny Valley. It like actually looks like it's a child's. And it's adorable.
You wrote your name, too. Not half bad, kiddo.
This robot girl makes me uncomfortable, and the fact that I haven't seen female gamers fawn over her is interesting.
You haven't been really watching the female gamers I've been seeing. For example, take Maria Grace VT, who made a post a bit ago about how she was going to force her husband to keep playing the game with her until the husband finally broke and ended up getting Maria pregnant. And one of the top replies was, "That is the most weird and yet the most wholesome thing you have ever said, Maria. I have no idea what to say to that." But there was like Smug Alana, she was mentioned earlier in the video. Alana was like, "My ovaries are hurting right now." Like this whole thing of like female gamers fawning over her, it's again like, I call it like I see it. Well, maybe you're not seeing the correct thing. Maybe you're only seeing what you want to see. And these female gamers are fawning over it. I don't know if Celestium's played it or not. It wouldn't surprise me. But Smugalana has. By now, I'm almost certain Maria Grace has. And the irony is that right around this time, Leaflet released a song called Make Babies about, well, making babies. And it's explicit because it literally has the F word used literally in the context of having children. If you know, you know. Anyways, like these people really need to. Like this is not how kids behave. What are you drawing from your own example of never having a dad? Of basically like plotting out starting your OnlyFans the moment you turned 18, maybe even before then or something? Like again, check for an OnlyFans, check for a father figure. No father figure, yes OnlyFans, if that's the case. Yeah, we got him.
I've seen more clips of her and that man, and that is not how kids behave. Something weird is going on here.
The something weird going on here is you, ma'am. You are the something weird. Men like the father simulator game where you have to protect a small child and shoot up a bunch of robots in space? Suspicious! Also, I have seen plenty of female gamers fawn over this character.
I called it. Oh, I think I recognize her or something. Maybe not, but like.
I will me.
Yeah.
Okay, everything's all about you.
Who would win? Decades of anti-natalist propaganda? One little bean. There were even women cosplaying as her. And when women even expressed how cute they thought Diana was, they're also met with this.
Oh my god, Diana is so precious and adorable. I'm gonna love this game. Thanks for telling everyone why you want to play the game, before you make up some other excuse to hide your pedophilia. What? Water guns are the best. I like it just as much as crayons. I like how the sand feels on my toes. I press down and sink in.
This is. I think I've even said this myself. Every child feels this unless they've had some sort of a perverted childhood, no father figure, or had an OnlyFans since the age of 5. Maybe not being the one putting themselves on the screen per se. But I wouldn't be surprised. Do you have, like, water guns are the best. I like it just as much as my crayons. That's a child thing to say. How do these people not realize this? Children don't act like this. This is how someone who fetishists, they can't even spell it right. Fatherhood wants children to behave. To normal people, it's actually deeply off-putting. Well, if normal, you mean absolutely batshit crazy, then maybe yes, this is normal. But in reality, what you just see here, that's the normal one. Not the whatever godforsaken fantasy these people want you to believe.
Children don't act like this. This is how someone who fetishizes fatherhood wants children to behave. To normal people, it's actually deeply off-putting. The best part was all the actual parents, like, replying to these people like,
ShoeOnHead was like, I'm a parent, like I am a mother, hello, and I love this.
yeah, no, that is literally how my 5-year-old acts. Like, yeah, no, that's pretty accurate. Fetishizing you mean the human desire to procreate and start a family? Oh, you want to meet a woman and settle down and have a family? Maybe have a house, 2 dogs? You sick f***. We've reached radioactive levels of incel propaganda. What the f does incel mean anymore? I feel like I ask this in every single video. This tweet got thousands of likes. I feel like I am going insane. Where does the incel part come from? Like, they want men to be open about their emotions, and then men are open about their emotions, and then they're just called Nazis or incels or both. Usually both. It's usually a package deal. And this tweet came from a man to make things worse. A grown-ass man saw another grown-ass man speaking about the normal human desire to want a family and want children one day, and called him an incel. Cockroach behavior.
In any case, what is this? Capcom?
Oh, yes. Ah, the deranged one doth appear upon my screen. I can smell the retardation from here.
Pragmata. Wait, did it come out already? Pragmata, it's making thousands of people suddenly want to start a family. You play as Hugh, a soldier, stranded on a ruined lunar research station. His job is protecting the childlike android Diana while fighting rogue AI. In one emotional moment, she gives him a crayon drawing of the two of them together as a little family. Even streamers who say at the start they didn't want kids end up breaking down happy in tears. So what's really interesting about this is all of these unfuckable losers in the gaming sphere always talk about like starting families and stuff. And I don't...
You say that they're unfuckable, apparently. Which, mind you, was originally bleeped out in his own thing. And you're like, oh yes, they can't possibly have kids. And it's like, well, maybe if they stopped... Maybe if some other people started being like, yeah, I want to have a kid, we want to have families, sure. I mean, I've kind of settled with the fact that I'll never get to have a family of my own. It's kind of sad, but I'm like, yeah, that's my lot. It's my lot to be alone in life, okay, I guess. I mean, I'm disabled. It doesn't exactly mean that I'm gonna ever have success. But, you know, it's like... Basically, if Hassan says it, unironically, you know it's a retarded take.
Understand like why this has become a thing that they care about. Like, if you're a gamer, you should care about things that you actually experience.
Okay, so being a child, having a parent, again, check for a good father figure in this person. Check for an OnlyFans. Maybe he's subscribed to a bunch.
You should care about things that you actually enjoy, right? If you're a lonely gamer who has never been around a woman and will never have sex with a woman. Why do you care? Like, why do you care about having children or
Again, a lot of parents play this, a lot of married people play this, and then they end up wanting to have kids. I don't know. Maybe get off of your ivory tower, stop posturing about kill the rich, despite the fact that we all know that you yourself are very rich. And just grow the fuck up.
like riding for having children? Like, it's just not something that you're going to experience ever for your life, for the rest of your life, right? This is something that I never understand.
Wow, maybe there's a reason people are yearning to start a family and can't afford to have one and can't seem to find a partner. They feel alienated from their work and atomized from their community. If only there was a political commentator around to speak about all this. Oh well, guess not. First of all, the only care about something if it affects you is extremely libertarian coded and also very weird coming from a guy who understandably wants everybody to care about a genocide that is happening across the ocean. Second of all, what is this nihilistic horseshit? Yeah, never aspire for anything, never aim for greatness and meaning. This is the dude the media wants us to believe is going to save young men from the alt-right pipeline. Yeah, okay. And I love how he's like, unfuckable losers. Like, okay, congrats on the sex, bro. Check out this sex haver over here. I'm sure all those unfuckable losers could easily go to foreign brothels and pay.
I've gone to a brothel, Artemis, in Berlin, and had sex with the workers there, Piker said. I don't hide it. I don't give a shit. Why would I? Okay. So you basically paid to be able to say that I'm not a virgin. Are you fucking kidding me?
For sex like you, Hassan. Something weird about a man who could easily consensually get sex from a woman but chooses to go to a brothel. I don't know. Just saying. Also, 35? No kids? Like, I'm sorry, that just pisses me off. Like, sitting in his ugly ass $600 Gucci sweater. I swear I've never seen this guy in a fucking normal ass t-shirt. Sitting on his high horse, looking down at people for wanting something more out of life. I don't understand how someone could be so mentally mind raped that this is their reaction to such like a simple, wholesome concept. Like, literally, no joke, the entire meaning of life is somehow confusing to Hassan Piker, anti-natalist. If I saw a child that looked like that, I'd probably attack it.
Trans flag in the name. Who could have possibly guessed?
I felt like hitting her. The right-wing nutjobs seeing this and feeling paternal instincts are just predators. The only instinct I feel as a man right now is self-defense. I want to kill it. Yes, the ones saying they want to protect a kid are the predators, not the ones saying they want to kill it.
I'm saying the ones who want to kill them with fire.
The only thing I felt while watching this is pure bloodlust for that annoying creature. I hate children so much. Before you come at me, yes, I'm a 35-year-old crazy cat lady and proud of it. Stay mad.
Yeah, I am so proud of being completely mentally unhinged. How could this possibly not go wrong? Yay!
First of all, every time you see a little smiley face like that, that's how you know that person is madder than they've ever been in their entire life. Listen, obviously if you simply don't want kids, that's fine, like whatever. Not everyone wants kids, not everyone wants to be a parent. But the societal attitude, the difference between men and women here, how they handle this situation is so, like, fascinating to me.
I'm probably never having kids. I'm probably gonna play video games for the rest of my life. I'm probably gonna be as hot for as long as I can. And I'm probably gonna keep making money. That's probably what's gonna happen for the next 40 years until people are just gonna keep being mad at me about it. Menopause is gonna hit me like a brick wall, but at least I will be getting the bag until then. You don't want kids? I'll do it whenever I want. I don't think I'm running out of time.
Absolute delusion. I feel like a lot of men in this situation are like, damn, I wish I had a family, that sucks. Women overcompensate and they pretend to be proud of it, and it just comes off as really kind of sad. And I guess it's like, as a woman for a long time, it's like, oh, you're too young to have kids, don't have kids, it will ruin your life and your body and your career, don't have children. And then all of a sudden you hit a certain age and it's like, you're eggs, ma'am. I get it, it's frustrating, I get it. I hid my pregnancy from the internet. Nobody knew I was pregnant. Well, some of you guessed. because I was fat as fuck. But anyway, I hid it from the internet, and oh, some of you.
You are pregnant? You are glowing. Is Gudrun pregnant or getting fat? Dude, Shu is so obviously pregnant. Lol. I still believe Shu is pregnant. Is June pregnant? She looks like she's pregnant. Is Shu pregnant? Is Shu pregnant? If so, I'm putting my money on a boy. Shu, are you pregnant? I'm fucking convinced you're pregnant. Shu looks pregnant. I haven't watched one of her videos in a month, and it looks really obvious.
Guessed because I was fat as fuck. But anyway, I hid it from the internet, and while I was like 5 months pregnant, I was getting tweets from like groypers and shit like, TikTok, your eggs are drying up. But this like,
I'm pregnant right now. What the fuck are you talking about? Yeah, what were your eggs are drying up? No, they're not.
you haters, I got my cats. Enough. Stop spreading that attitude. Stop being a crab in a bucket. Like, even if you don't have children, that's fine. You can find other meaning in your life, obviously. But don't encourage that type of mindset. The amount of anti-natalist propaganda young men and young women see nowadays is, like, insane. But the biggest anti-natalist propaganda has to be, like...
Yeah. Welcome back to yet another example of my unhingedness.
$3,000 rent, $2,000 daycare, and student debt on.
I should say though, like, you should go back and actually watch the full VOD. Especially the parts that you missed, because that part is just absolute cinema.
Honestly, like, if we're being honest, it's just sad because, like, through all of history, like, imagine your ancestors, they've been through, like, war and famine, and you're just gonna end your bloodline because the rent is too high. But it's understandable. They don't feel like they can support a child. They can barely support themselves, especially on one income, like how it used to be. Those days are gone. You know, if I was president and I wanted to make America great again, that would be the thing I focus on the most. But no, we have to do another bullshit war in the middle.
The war, I have to say, the war was so retarded. I'm sorry, I'm gonna use the R slur for this, but this whole thing is like, you're literally letting our house burn down while you're out fighting fires elsewhere. Fuck the world, your country is dying. And honestly, like, it's make America great again, okay, but now you have a big foreign policy that's, like, taking precedence over your actual internal policy. Okay, Trump, get your shit together, please, for the love of God.
Middle East, okay, whatever, we're not going into that, not in this video. Lots of strange reactions to this game. Let's clear some things up. Childless men do not have paternal instincts the way childless women have maternal instincts. Men first experience paternal instincts once they have their own children, and typically, those paternal instincts are only ever felt for their own children and no one else's.
Yeah. Okay. So, yeah, in the United States, we've just everything's just gone batshit crazy. But I've actually seen this one, and I'm pretty sure no father figure, probably an OnlyFans of some sort. But it's like, childless men do not have paternal instincts the way that childless women have maternal instincts. We observe this even in the way girls play versus little boys. Okay. Like, the first part is kind of false. The second part, like, little boys beat each other up. Like, they get sticks and they're like, oh yes, I'm the ruler now, I'm a sword. And the little girls are all like, oh, stupid boys, let us go inside and have tea. Or something like that. I forget what I was the boy running around with a sword until my mom's like, you might get hurt. And drag us all back inside. We were always so annoyed by that. Like, Mom, just let us have our play. And it was like, why can't you possibly be like your sister? And we're like, she's boring. She's having a tea party. Besides, if I said I wanted to join in, she'd be like, hell no. But it's like, then this whole thing of like they only experience paternal instincts once they have their own children, that is blatantly false. Unless you assume that guys only have sex in order to have sex, and there's no other meaning to it. Like a guy can have sex to have a child. And if they're having sex to have a child, then that's because they have the paternal instincts, more likely than not. And typically, those paternal instincts are only ever felt for their own children and no one else's. Also, I should point out, again, I'm one of 5 adopted children. My dad had paternal instincts towards me and towards my family members, my siblings, because we were adopted by him, even though we have very different bloodlines to him. Just saying. Then men are not nurturers. Again, check for the father figure. Men don't gush over cute kids in public because they're instantly, like, all the leftist women are gonna be like, oh, predator. Men don't have baby fever. Sure. If a man wants to possess a child for any reason other than it being a product of his own lineage, he is likely a predator. So you're basically calling my dad a pedo because he saw me and some other kids and was like, yeah, we're gonna adopt them. Make that make sense. Please, for the love of God, make that make sense.
Men are not nurturers. Men don't gush over cute kids in public. Men don't have baby fever. If a man wants to possess a child for any reason other than it being a product of his own lineage, he's likely a predator. What?
Okay, first of all, even from like anecdotal common sense, this is just not true. This is obviously bullshit. Research literally shows that childless men experience like the desire for fatherhood almost just as much as childless women experience the desire for motherhood. Apparently, young men want children more than young women do nowadays. Many men, including childless men, exhibit caregiving, protective responses to infants, even if they're not their own. All through history, men have protected, mentored, even died for kids that weren't their own. Also, with this logic, like uncles, stepdads, adoptive fathers, like anyone like that is a predator. Like,
what I was just saying.
Men just have the protector gene, and this game just activates it. It's really not deeper than that. Yes, it's true men don't have maternal instincts, but men do have paternal instincts. There's a reason this game is about protecting her from evil robots in space and not like, I don't know, breastfeeding her. Yes, women and men are different. And I like a huge factor in this very popular trope is that the man gradually develops paternal instincts over the child despite his stoic, emotionally distant, masculine nature. These gamers are experiencing that through the main character.
If Capcom's goal with Pragmata was to make everyone who plays this game want to be a parent, then they've done an amazing job. I always sit back when Diana starts playing and think to myself, so this is what it's like to have a daughter? She's so cute. And for the record, yes, that is what having kids is like. It's also not so fun stuff and lots of responsibility, but the good parts completely outweigh the bad and make it all worth it. There were hundreds of tweets from people, mostly childless people, mind you, being like, that's not what having a child is like, actually, you stupid.
That's one of the funniest things. Like, everyone, all these childless people are like, you don't have a clue about what it's like to be a parent. And then parents like Shue come in and they're like, yeah, that is actually what having a child is like. I mean, I know, like, for one thing, when you're married, like, for me, if I ever get married to a lovely woman, I'm gonna have to start dealing with her. And we are not gonna be getting along after that first year of honeymoon fever goes down. Then there come the children, and then it's like, okay, now we need to now we need to lock in because now we have people to take care of besides ourselves. And we have these adorable little eyes looking up at us like, Mommy and Daddy are everything to me, and we can't let them down. But it's like, I've been around kids. I know what they look like. I know what they act like. I'm not completely delusional. I'm not a leftist, okay? I actually have brains inside my skull.
But gamer, it's actually terrible and awful. Men like this view having a daughter like having a pet dog.
What the fuck are you on?
Once she grows up and isn't a cute little girl anymore, they'll begin to resent her.
Are you out of your fucking mind?
Men really do want kids the way kids want a puppy. All the fun, but none of the responsibilities.
Yeah, I mean, granted, if I had a daughter, like a little daughter, I don't think, at least not in this time, I don't think I would feel comfortable like changing the diapers just because it's a girl. I mean, I'd be totally down for like changing the boys' diapers, but like the girls' diapers, like. Definitely I'll need to grow a bit more, but like that still kind of gives me the ick. Kind of has always given me the ick. Even though ironically I'll have to have basically done the deed with the grown up or like with a grown up version of part of her genetics, i.e. the mother, which means that I've already seen that part of the child technically, but as an adult in the mother. I know it sounds weird. It is weird. The whole thing is weird. But I'm totally fine with doing it for the guys because, of course, it's a guy. This comic getting weird. But yeah, like there's a lot of gross stuff about having to have kids. Like, you need to train the kids to be doing the potty stuff. And oh my god, I have my anecdotes that my dad, my poor dad's blood was curdled by me. When I was like 5, and I kid you not, these issues persisted until we actually managed to find like some sort of a medication or something that actually solved the issue. But I had this weird bladder problem where I would routinely wet the bed, embarrassingly so, unless I would like I'd have to basically hyper dehydrate myself. Mind you, like this is proven to be like a very problematic thing because now my body's basically grown up. Like, yeah, being dehydrated is good because that way you don't wet the fucking bed. And I would end up with this soaked cloth that it was bigger than I was. And my poor dad had to clean it up so many times. And he's just like, I want to be done with this. But it took 13 to 14 years for the problem to be fixed. I kid you not, I was a teenager by the time we finally solved the root problem. And mind you, like I've had incidences even recently where for some reason, like usually because I drank a little too much, I end up doing it over again, and so like I have to do the laundry. I mean, that's kind of what happens when you have such an issue that was like there since childhood. But again, like my dad had to deal with that for years. I remember another time, and this was one of the most unhinged things that has ever happened to me. I once rolled off my bed, like it was a loft bed. My brother had this like changing room of a sort made out of our 2 dressers, and for some reason we thought it was a good idea to put our bedside lamp on one dresser with the string going over the other dresser. So I roll off, and my hip balance is right on the one of the dressers, but my upper body is apparently heavier than my legs, so I tip forward head first and I plummet, hitting the cord and pulling the cord down as well, head first onto my brother's like Nerf gun, and ka-thonk, ka-thonk, wake him up. He's like, what happened? And I wake my dad up because I have just fallen out of my bed head first onto a Lego thing. Not a Lego, a Nerf gun, only to then look up and see the lamp fall on my face. And so he wakes up and he's like, you... yeah? And he's like, "You did what now?" And I'm like, "I fell on my head." Like I was like, okay, I'm waking up, and then I was like, okay, the rushing feeling, like, oh, my body just unrelaxed, and then all of a sudden I'm realizing, like, I'm actually falling. I can look back on that now, and it was hilarious. Like, oh my god. Anyway, I have like 15 minutes left to do the rest of this video, so I should probably speed up, but oh my god.
I don't like the way you guys talk about children. Like, they aren't toys.
I should know. I was a torture device to my dad. Like not even just me purposely torturing my dad. Like it was like just the fact that I existed tortured him because he knew that when nighttime came, there was bound to be something. All the way until we finally fixed the whole wetting the bed situation, and then it moved on to other stuff, like falling out of my fucking bed.
People will lose their f***ing minds when they realize that kids aren't like a dog or cat. They're a goddamn nightmare.
I'm losing my mind right now because I was the goddamn nightmare.
Watching a child play with a toy and actually raising a child are two completely separate things. Kids are adorable when they're calm and playful, but little demons when they're screaming, snotting, and destroying your shit and keeping you up at night.
Oh, I don't think I've ever mentioned this before, but oh yeah, dogs and cats are really nightmares, especially dogs. I mean, I swear to God, their shit smells worse than human shit, and I have smelled human shit. Dog shit is even worse. But, I mean, like, having the kids like, when I was a really little kid, like, I was in, like, elementary school at the time, maybe. I think this was before, like, I was in, like, 3rd grade or something, or earlier. But my parents had this beautiful table, and it had this giant glass top on it. And at one point, I was crawling underneath it, and I bumped it somehow, and I had the glass shatter. I think it shattered on me or something. And then my mom freaked out because of shattered glass, and I was like, I'm so sorry, I'm so sorry, I'm so sorry, I'm so sorry. And like, I remember this because this was back when we were attending the old church that my family used to attend before they moved to the one they still attend now. And it was just like, I literally shattered a glass top, like for a really fancy table. And it was just like, wow, my parents were really patient. Granted, I became a little, I still stayed a little shit because, you know, that's kind of what happens when you're autistic. But they kept up with me for a while. I have lost count, pretty much. I have lost count.
Men really think having children is easy and fun.
No, I can speak from experience, again, as a child who was an absolute nightmare. And yes, I have pissed the bed, and I once, god damn, I once shit in the bathtub. And my poor dad had to handle that too. You're getting the dirt on me now.
It's not so fun when they're a pissing and shit and crying.
Yeah. Yeah, for some reason, my body had been like, oh, you need to shit now. And I'd been like, I'm not in the toilet, in the bathroom. And my body was like, you're in water. That's good enough. The only time that has ever happened. And my dad was just losing it so much. Like, why are you doing this? I think he had gloves on, but he might have done it barehanded. And he's like holding this long, giant ass turd. And he's like, why are you doing this to me? Like this look as he has to take this out of the bathtub. Because because we were so small at the time, I must have been like 5 or something. Like my brother had to be quickly pulled out of the bathtub, I think it was, so that he would have the floating shit hit him as well. He was like, oh, what's going on? My poor dad had this look. I was like, why are you doing this to me? Why are you doing this to me? As he's just taking it out, and he the nightmares I put. I need to like go apologize to them or something, because oh my god, the memories of the tortures I put them through.
Crying nonstop. Do you have kids? No, and I got my tube side 3 years ago, but thanks for asking. Wow, Diana's so cute. Maybe I want kids one day. Did you know they poop and pee and cry? Why this compulsive need to counter signal this? Watching a fictional kid play with toys for a few seconds and thinking that's what it's like raising an actual human being is probably a sign you have zero idea what it really looks like being a parent, and you should not base your decision off a video game character.
I should also point out the censor bar, because apparently this person had exposed breasts. Again, father figure. OnlyFans account. Calling it right here.
Wait, wait, this community note. OP is an e-girl with an OnlyFans.
I completely called it.
You stupid gamers don't get it. Doom scrolling TikTok and having multiple failed situationships is true happiness. Children are a burden. Nobody is saying parenting is easy. Nobody said that. All the parts parents say are the best parts. All the parts parents say are worth it. That.
And then there's me, who's talking about all the tortures I put my family through.
That is what people are seeing and yearning for. They have this like insane compulsion to attack anything that's like remotely pro-family, I guess because it culturally clocks as conservative. So you have to just shun it and mock it, or else you're doing a fascist propaganda or something. This whole thing.
And then I'm like my parents had the balls to go and actually be a parent and to keep me around even after all the nightmares I put them through. Like, I genuinely have not appreciated them enough.
Has just been a litmus test for humanity. On one side, people who long for love and meaning and human connection desire deeper things and they're in touch with their humanity. And on the other side, miserable, insane freaks who want to destroy everything pure and wholesome. And then on the sidelines, normal people who just think this is a fun game. Yeah, that's probably most people. I think we're a little too online sometimes. So we have established that the broveries have been activated by this game, but is the male biological clock real? Unlike women who are born with a specific number,
it replaced the CKS with an X, but yeah.
Of eggs. Men create sperm all their life. Right now, as we speak, your balls are creating sperm. Men can technically get someone pregnant all their life. And by someone, I mean a woman, not a femboy. You can't get a femboy pregnant. Stop trying. Sperm quality tends to decline over time. Lower sperm count and more DNA damage to the sperm occurs. These changes usually start after 35 to 40 years old. So as men age, the risk of passing on genetic mutations increases. Similar to maternal age, higher paternal age has been associated with autism, schizophrenia, so basically being a ShoeOnHead fan, and other rare
rare genetic disorders, as well as the chance of miscarriage rates being higher. So when red pill manosphere people tell you like, oh, you have all the time in the world to have children, bro, focus on yourself, queen, get that bag, like, technically, they're correct. Physically, you do have all the time in the world, but that doesn't mean you should wait. Having kids is more than the ability to reproduce. You want energy to chase a toddler around. You want your kids to have their father in their life for a long time. You want to see your kid graduate and maybe have children of their own. You want to give your parents grandchildren. You don't want to be a super old dad or mom, but if that's how it happens, that's how it happens, and that's great. Life is not a Hallmark movie, but it should not be the ideal for men and women. Like, if you are in a stable relationship, get married and have kids as soon as possible. Honestly, it's the stable relationship part I think people are having the most trouble with. It's easy to be like, find a wife and get married and have kids, bro, and it's
Well, finding a relationship at all is my problem. But, yeah, finding a stable relationship is also a problem that a lot of people have.
like, find a wife. From where? The wife store? Listen, I believe you will have that one day, Anon. I believe you will have that wife and daughter or son. You will have a little Diana of your own one day. You will hang those drawers.
I kid you not. Like, I hope to God that that if I ever have a daughter, I can name her Diana just for this. Like, just because of this. Like, there's gonna be so many Dianas though, but it's just like, yeah.
Drawings on your fridge. Don't black pill, don't doom, we're all gonna make it. Same to you ladies watching. If I can make it, you can make it. So what did you guys think of this? Have you played Pragmata? Did you like it?
Nope.
Did it make you feel those fatherly or motherly instincts?
So I haven't played it, I've seen clips of it, and it's just, Diana is just so cute.
Your biological clock ticking? Do you have baby fever?
Oh, that's gold. Oh, man. Oh, man. But yeah, my bio clock's been ticking for a while, and it's like, yes, you need to have children. I honestly think my bio clock's been ticking since I was like 11 years old, but that's a whole conversation for a different day, probably with a priest or something. But yeah. Yeah, like, I want to be able to be a dad. Like, if there's ever a girl that says this, I mean, you should really find a guy who wants to be a dad, who wants to be there for you, and then stick around. Like, I mean, it's all well and good to have a guy that's like, yeah, I want to be a dad, but if he's a deadbeat dad, or if he's completely like clueless or just doesn't want to stick around, if he just ditches you, that's not that's not a dad. That's just a that's just a paycheck. And even then, like, you need to make sure that you're not like throwing him away as well. Like, the whole thing of like, oh, if you're a woman, you can basically make it without a guy. A lot of people are showing that that's not actually the case. Even all these e-girls, they end up selling their bodies to, you guessed it, other men. And trans women, but yeah, case in point. Anyways, I have like a few minutes left that I'm able to actually be vocal, so I'm gonna basically like let ShoeOnHead wrap this up. But yeah, my bio clock's been ticking. It's been ticking for a long time. I wish I could ever find a girlfriend, but that's never gonna happen. So yeah, sucks to be me.
If you like this video, please subscribe, and if you can, donate to my Patreon, link down below. All Patreons get the raw, uncensored version of the video a day before it comes out, and I'm going to start doing live streams for Patreon members only, so that should be fun. And I will see you guys soon with a new video. A swap video, hopefully. Bye!
I don't see a video. Am I supposed to see a video? Oh well.
Why is the child sexy?
Oh my god. We had to end it with just a little jab. So yeah, that was ShoeOnHead. Definitely worth subscribing. I liked the video. 230 people didn't. Screw them. And anyways, as always, stay safe, stay sane, and stay whole. Bye!